Hi, Sandra here. I'm using Procreate today because I was asked how I did this little design here in Procreate, and it's very simple, so I'm going to show you how to do this kind of thing. I'm going to go to the gallery and pick up a new canvas. If you haven't got a canvas ready to go, tap on the plus button and choose a canvas from what is already there, or do another canvas. Just by clicking on the plus here, you can design your own canvas. Now I go for, in this particular case, more or less a 10 centimeter canvas with a DPI of 300. That gives you plenty of quality so you can have a reasonable size canvas, and it will be fine for printing and it will be fine for tracing for cutting. So as you can see, I've got some guidelines on here, and you might be thinking, well, I don't see any guidelines. Where are my guidelines? If you go to the wrench here and you go to drawing guide, you want to switch your drawing guide on, because if I switch it off, you see we don't have any. So drawing guide on and edit the drawing guide, because you might end up with something completely different. We have 2D grids, isometrics, perspective, and we have symmetry. And then you have options. So we click on the options. We want radial, we want rotational symmetry, and that will give us what I've got here. This line here is how you alter the color of your line. So if you had a darker colored canvas, you might want a paler line so it shows up. Tap on done. If you are particularly bothered about knowing how big your design is going to be when it's imported into your cutter software, alter the size of this image to be the correct size, or more or less. So I've got a ruler. This is supposed to be 10 centimeters. At the moment, it is about 12. So if I downsize that a bit, okay, that's just over 10. That's close enough. So I know whatever I draw on here is going to be a realistic size. Over here, we have our brush size and transparency. So you want it to be fully opaque. And regarding the brushes, all I'm going to use is a straightforward monoline, which is a normal fixed width brush. Nothing is going to happen no matter how hard I press, what angle I go at. It doesn't make any difference. This is a fixed one. So I want to get a line of the right size. If I do a test line, that one is pretty much, I think, what I would probably want. If I were to use this one, it's way too big. Okay. Now you can adjust these little tabs here, or these little dashes, represent a fixed line width that I've actually applied. If I tap on that, you see 7% size, and I can take that out if I want by clicking on the minus, or I can add it in by clicking on the plus. This one here is 2%. I can take it out like that. I can tap on the other one. I can take that out, and I can add one at 1% by doing that. There we go. That's added at 1%. That is very, very fine. Probably not what I actually want. I want to take that one off, and I want to make it 2%. Tap on that, click on the plus. And every time I use that mark there, it will give me the same thickness of line. Start at the center and work out. Put it onto one of the lines and just hold the pencil there for a moment, because that will straighten your line. If you do a line which isn't quite straight and then you hold the pencil, it straightens it. Move this up here, move it to there, and tap on that and do plus. So this is 4%. So I want to do some little bubble things, and I just go like that. It's done. So I've got that layer already done. So I can swipe left up here and I can duplicate it. Tap on the arrow. And now I can transform it to something larger if I want. Now make sure you use uniform if you want uniform. And you make it bigger. I can realign it with the center. Just move it around. There are snapping guidelines. I've not got them switched on at the moment, so that's why I have to do it manually. And you can tap on this green one here and you can rotate it. So now I can swipe left, I can duplicate, tap on the arrow, make it a bit bigger, put it into the center and rotate that. And obviously I can move it still. If I've not got it quite right, I can move it again. So you get the result that you want, and that's it. You are done. Now with this particular design, I also drew a few little separate ones. Not that size, I hasten to add. Put it onto this size. And that one there. Because those I used elsewhere on the card that I was making, and I just did them in different sizes. So another one there and a bubble there. So you get the idea. I'm off my canvas now, but you get the idea. I just did a few little extra ones. That's how it's done. That's simple. When you want to export it, you go to the wrench again and you click on share, and then you share it in the format that you require. And I recommend sharing it as a PNG. Now, if you want this to be transparent background, you tap on your layers and you remove the background color simply by tapping on there. If you want to change the background color, you can change it anyhow you like so. But if you go on here, you tap that and it takes the color off again for you. I do recommend that you actually export without a background, because a lot of software, that makes it easier for cutting if that's what you want to do. But obviously if you're going to print it with a color on the back, that's entirely your choice. And you go to the wrench and you take off the drawing guide, and there's your design all ready to go. Pretty simple, huh? There we are. That's what it would have looked like if I'd have kept it in the same size. So nice and easy to do. I've got other videos on Procreate, how to make the brushes in Procreate, and believe me, that is great fun. You can even do multicolored brushes, it's wonderful. So have a look at my Procreate videos if you haven't done already, because I tend to do quite simplistic Procreate work for you to have a look at. It's not high-end art. This is designed for stuff for greeting cards, for cutting machines, etc. That's what I'm doing when I do my Procreate videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Take care now.